As the Golden State Warriors enter the first full year of their self-defined two-year championship window, all the front office's energy must be on maximizing the remainder of superstar Stephen Curry's career. With this intention in mind, they have made clear that they are looking for players who can immediately fit into the team's rotation and be reliable on both ends of the floor, revealing the reason behind their unwillingness to trade sharpshooter Buddy Hield this offseason. Although Hield is largely a streaky shooter and has been for much of his career, the Warriors are evidently hoping that he can become a more reliable scorer off the bench for a team desperately in need of more perimeter shooting, rendering him one of the biggest X factors on the roster next season. Hield must become the plug-and-play piece that the Warriors are searching for. When Hield came back in the emotional Klay Thompson trade, fans and the organization alike had high hopes for the guard's potential impact beside Curry. Prior to his coming to the Bay, Hield was a 40% career three-point shooter on high volume, and many hoped that this trend would help Golden State elevate their offense immensely in the absence of Thompson. Yet, Hield's effectiveness waxed and waned throughout his first season with the Warriors. Although he shot 37% from beyond the arc on the season, he had multiple brutal shooting stretches that hindered his reliability within head coach Steve Kerr's rotation. Still, it should not be forgotten that Hield had some of the highest highs on Golden State's roster last season. Across Game 7 against the Houston Rockets and Game 1 against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Hield shot an astounding 14 for 19 from three-point range, propelling the Warriors to back-to-back wins in the playoffs. As NBA insider Jake Fisher reported on the latest edition of the Steinline newsletter, Golden State is decidedly seeking out players who can immediately become reliable pieces of the rotation in any potential Jonathan Kuminga sign-and trade. If Hield is able to level out some of the valleys in his game, perhaps through a slightly reduced role on the bench, he could certainly become that player for the Warriors, leveraging his skills as a sharpshooter to flip games in the team's favor during the non-Curry minutes. Therefore, the team's unwillingness to part from Hield in a Kuminga trade likely signifies their belief that he can evolve into this player within the team system, a faith that may leave some fans highly skeptical. The Golden State Warriors might have a chance to form the duo that every basketball fan wants to see. Over the past few years, the Warriors have struggled to recapture the lightning in a bottle of their 2022 title run. With a couple of disappointing second-round exits and a play-in loss in the years since, the Warriors have been searching for the perfect roster around Stephen Curry. While plenty of folks believe the Warriors found the perfect star pairing with Curry by adding Jimmy Butler at the trade deadline last season, Golden State didn't get the chance to reach its full potential as injuries crushed its playoff run. Considering injuries might be a problem regardless, the Warriors might be wise to try and make a massive splash this summer. As suggested by Fantasy Sports on SI's Dan Angel, Golden State could make a deal for LeBron James. Warriors receive LeBron James, Bronny James. Lakers receive Jimmy Butler, 2028 first-round pick. This deal is almost too good to pass up for either side. Although it might be tough for the Lakers to let go of the superstardom that comes with James, Butler would be a more natural fit alongside Luka Doncic. Meanwhile, the Warriors would be smart to do this deal, as James could perfectly complement Curry and fit in seamlessly on the wing and play on the ball more to give the greatest shooter in league history a bit of a lesser load. Although a deal as seismic as this likely won't happen, it's fun to imagine a duo of James and Curry fighting for one last championship on the same team after their classic NBA Finals battles. Veteran forward LeBron James and his camp have sent mixed signals about their future with the Los Angeles Lakers this offseason, opening the possibility of the King finishing his career elsewhere. If James, who owns a no-trade clause, decides to switch jerseys, the Golden State Warriors are widely viewed as the top suitor for his services. As is widely documented, the Warriors tried to acquire James during the 2024 NBA trade deadline and once again inquired about his availability late in the 2024-25 season. Sports Illustrated's Dan Angel believes the time is ripe for the Warriors to make a move, giving James and Stephen Curry a chance to pursue their fifth NBA titles. The writer proposed a trade that would essentially swap James for Jimmy Butler III. Lakers would receive Jimmy Butler III, 2028 first-round pick. Warriors would receive LeBron James, Bronny James. How the trade helps both teams. When Bronny James' minimum deal is added to his father's, The numbers work, wrote Angel. It's almost a perfect swap for Jimmy Butler, and that keeps the Warriors strong at Butler's position. Obviously, getting LeBron and keeping him happy is the most important part of this deal for Golden State. Acquiring Bronny as well means LeBron gets the dynamic he craves as well as the chance to play with Stephen Curry. LeBron has wanted to play with Curry for years, and this provides him with that chance. The Warriors would have a lot of work ahead, but they would be title contenders. As for the Lakers, Angel argued that the team may not want to take on Butler's contract, specifically due to their reported plans to keep their books clean for the 2026 and 2027 off-seasons. However, the unprotected first-round asset could entice them. Los Angeles wants to start building around Luka Doncic, and stockpiling draft picks makes that more feasible, he wrote. Butler also keeps the Lakers competitive. He's a defensive whiz and remains a strong shooter, even at age 36. There's also the possibility that the Lakers could flip him down the road to a contender in exchange for the players who can help them become a true title contender along with Doncic in 2027 and beyond. Warriors owe it to Stephen Curry? With Stephen Curry turning 37 this March, the legendary sharpshooter is running out of time in his pursuit of capturing an NBA title. While the Warriors did bring on Butler at last year's deadline, the move doesn't move the needle enough for Steve Kerr's team to compete with West's powerhouses such as the Thunder, Nuggets, and Timberwolves. ESPN's Michael Wilbon strongly believes that the Warriors should pull all the stops to make a James Curry pairing a reality, especially after watching them thrive together at the 2024 Paris Olympics. You're talking about maximizing now. They're not catching Oklahoma City. They're not catching Dallas with the personnel they have currently assembled, he said. If anybody watched the Olympics this summer and you watch LeBron James and Steph Curry play together, how can you not want to see that? Wilbon asked. I'm not saying it's easy when you will tell us how possible it is, if at all. But you tell me, the Lakers stink. Is LeBron going to ride out another season like that? Why would he? You can't play in San Francisco and live in Los Angeles if you wanna. This is tailor-made for those two guys to play together and finish their careers.